year was 1921, Prohibition was the word. We lived in Nelson County in a town called Nelly's Ford. Daddy had an orchard, ran a produce stand. That don't bring good money home for a family man. 2 bushels of apples is what he used to make the mash. He knew selling alcohol was a way to make the cash. The oldest of the children, he let me drive the car. We set out to Charlottesville with our first 100 jars. Hard cider, now the sweetest fruit don't hang on the tree. Turns loners into lovers, cowards into fighters. Everyone agrees they love Daddy's cider, hard cider.
Hey guys, CB coming to you from the garage. You just listened to Hard Cider. I actually wrote Hard Cider while I was on the lawnmower at work. I was listening to Sirius XM, Bluegrass Junction, not Channel 62 with Kyle Cantrell. And it's like 10 o'clock in the morning in August 13th is when I wrote that of 2020. And was riding around mowing the grass and had my earbuds in listening to some Sirius XM, and there was a couple songs about shine and stuff on there, and I was listening to it, and you know, everybody writes bluegrass songs about moonshine, and then back in the 30s and 40s and 50s, moonshine was kind of the thing, you know, that was the hardcore thing to do, if you will. It's like kind of compared to like the days of methamphetamines. It was the hardcore drug of choice. There wasn't any real drugs at that time, and so those guys were writing stuff that was edgy and pushing the envelope. And I was like, man, I'd like to write something. Everybody writes about shine. I was wanting to write something along that vein, and just was thinking about an alcohol song. And it's like, well, man, our cider would be kind of cool to write about. I'm from Virginia. We have a lot of cider distilleries. We're the apple capital of the world in Winchester, Virginia. And so anyway, I was listening to Sirius XM, and if you would, request Grim Reaper with Kyle Cantrell, Sirius XM. Go online if you listen to XM Radio, Kyle Cantrell, Joey Black, any of those guys. Let them know that you want to hear my stuff. If you like and subscribe to the channel and appreciate the music, let them know. Maybe we can get some plays on there. But anyway, so I got off the lawnmower and I put it up, and I go back into the fire station where I worked, and I told the guy that I was working with, Wendell Pence, I said, hey, I think I just started a pretty good bluegrass song. He said, okay, hit me with it, you know. So I sang him the verse and the chorus I had, and he said, man, that thing sounds pretty good. I appreciated his compliment. So I called Gavin Largent up, and I was like, hey man, I said, I'm working on a song. He said, well, man, that sounds pretty good. He said, you ain't gonna believe this, but I'm mowing grass in Nashville at home. He said, and I just saw it past an apple tree that was dropping, and he said, I thought to myself I should make some apple wine this year. And I said, well, that's kind of crazy. We was both, 8 hours away doing the same thing, kind of thinking along the same lines. And he said, man, if you could, throw in something about Winchester in there for me. Winchester is the apple capital of the world. And he said, throw something in about sharecropping and Dr. Hinkle. Dr. Hinkle owns some land up in the Winchester area and Virginia, and that was where Gavin is from. And his family actually sharecropped apples. So I ended up, had to go get a tanker from the shop, which was, about 30 minutes away. So I had some drive time and some downtime. So instead of listening to the radio, I was singing Hard Cider. And on the way out this location we call Jordan Stretch over in Bridgewater area, I was going down Jordan Stretch, and I said, sharecropping for Dr. Hinkle. We worked in the summer sun. He come home by the light of the moon, we'd make a cider run. So the second verse was written right there, and I wrote the third verse on the way home driving the fire tanker. So that's just a little bit kind of Virginia history in Hard Cider. Nelly's Ford is I live in Grottoes, Virginia, which is God's country, and I had to throw that one in there. But Nelly's Ford is where the cider distilleries are. Bold Rock and Devil's Backbone Brewing Company. 151 in Nelson County is a large tourist attraction here in our area for day visitors from Northern Virginia and other parts of the country. They have a lot of distilleries and breweries over there. And I wanted to kind of pay homage to some Virginia roots and kind of give a twist to it. So it talks about the Prohibition stage of our history in America, and moonshine, you have to burn a fire. You have, like I got right here going, you have to have something hot. You boil the liquid, cool it, put it in a thumping tank, and the condensation is what comes off as the alcohol. And with cider, it's you harden the fermentation of the apples, so it's a little bit different process, and there's no smoke trails. So I thought that was kind of cool. I threw that in the last verse, is that revenuers were busting stills because of the smoke trails, because of the heat of the fire that was needed. But they didn't have to bust, they couldn't bust the cider because it was sitting and fermenting and wasn't, it was just getting hard over time with the scientific process. So anyway, that's a little bit about hard cider. If you have a chance, today's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. If you haven't already, buy your significant other a Poplar and Pine CD. They'll love you forever. They're $15. Just joking. But I really appreciate everybody that's tuned in and bought CDs and really contributed to help me out. I really appreciate that. Downloaded to stream music. Finally, I was going to say, if you have anything to do tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 12, check out Bluegrass and Beyond, Ronnie Norton's Bluegrass show from Dublin, Ireland. He said that he's downloaded Grim Reaper and he's going to try to slide me in there tomorrow. So it's kind of cool to be played from Ireland. So I definitely appreciate that, and I appreciate all the people that listen to Bluegrass. If you have Grim Reaper and like it, I sent it to Cindy Balcom as well, so everybody should be getting their hands on it. It's on Airplay Direct. If you're a DJ and do not have a hard copy of this CD, you can get Grim Reaper off Airplay Direct. And stay tuned, we'll be bringing some more news. I got a couple reviews of the CD. Thank John Lawless and Bluegrass Today for the nice review on Grim Reaper and the Bluegrass Today. And also for the announcement of Colt Bailey. No more countdown to Baby B. Baby B's with us. He was 4 days late. And I have it on official announcement that he was the first Groundhog Day baby at Rockingham Memorial Hospital. So just a little liner note. But anyway, thank you guys for listening and responding to all the publicity and all the messages I've been getting out. And if you like the videos, like and subscribe, and please share them with your friends. Really trying to get this project up and running and get as many people behind it as we can. Thanks so much. Bye, sir.